At this point, I think some of the people were put on this planet to just test my anger management skills. How many of you have done something in anger, said something that you regretted later on? Well, I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line, intentionally or unintentionally, we all have done something like this. Anger, like any other emotion, is a burst of energy, just like fire. Now, fire isn't good or bad on its own. It can help you cook food, and it can also burn your house down depending on how you use it. Hi, my name is Shobha Rana. I'm an emotional intelligence and life coach. Welcome to my new learning series called Emotion Management, where I'll coach you to effectively manage and use your emotions in your favor. Now we'll pick an emotion each day and understand its root cause, behavior changes it induces, the effect on our physical body, relationships, career, and a lot more. I'll also be helping you out with tips and techniques to effectively manage your emotions so that they work for you instead of putting you on a downward spiral. Now, before we get started, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share the videos in your groups to help me reach a wider audience with these free learning videos. I take a lot of effort into making these videos. Your support to my channel would really mean a lot. Okay, so let's get started with today's episode. Today we are covering the emotion anger. Now, the thing that you'll probably find me repeating, and I want you to fully understand and remember before we deep dive into this series, is that emotions are neither good nor bad. We are the ones who give them a meaning depending on the situation. Now, if emotions are neither good nor bad, then why is the general notion about anger negative? It is negative because most people end up using it in an unhealthy manner, which doesn't only affect their own mental and physical and emotional health, but also of the people around them. Anger as an emotion is classified as negative, uncomfortable, and defamed because it is often followed up by aggression and violence. Anger has a negative reputation due to destructive or crippling behaviors that are frequently connected with it and the potential for a perceived lack of control. I want you to understand that feeling anger is okay. Being angry is okay. It isn't the emotion that is problematic. It is the behavior that comes with it. When we take a back seat and let anger drive us, we end up having increased anxiety, depression, insomnia, headache, high blood pressure, strained relationships, and whatnot. Now, does this mean that we shouldn't express anger at all? Not at all. When we stuff our anger, we collapse our boundaries. We can't control how we feel emotions, but we are always responsible for how we react or respond to them. Now, you need to balance it very cautiously. You can't let it drive you, or nor can you hold on to it and see the balloon blasting with even more severe consequences. Holding back on anger is just as dangerous as erupting out. Because we judge anger so harshly, we are often frightened by it and further shy away from it to avoid conflict, and thus we haven't been able to develop any cognitive tool to cope up with that or channelize it meaningfully. Is anger a good emotion? Is anger a good thing? Feeling and expressing anger is the better part, and aggression is one of the consequences. When anger is channeled constructively, it can inspire us to take actions and make changes in our lives. Without powerful, deep emotions, we would be less likely to change and run the risk of staying on our current situation. Anger can be used responsibly and productively for both you and other people, for your personal development, career growth, and everything else in your life. Being an emotional intelligence coach, as a part of my job, from time to time, I have to work with leaders who often struggle to manage their anger and emotional outbursts. Surprisingly, they don't even realize that such a behavior is taking them nowhere, rather descaling their position as a leader. In fact, uncontrolled anger can be career staller, and it definitely derails leadership presence. It can also take a toll on personal health and relationships, both in and out of workplace. Now, how do we manage this anger more effectively? Let me give you 7 tips and techniques to do it. First, identify your personal anger triggers or hot buttons. Recognize the physical changes happening in your body. Well, your breath, heart rate changes when you are angry. Observe that keenly so that your mind can register the detrimental effects of anger on your own body. Bring those effects in your consciousness. Second, rehearse mental procedures and ask and say to yourself certain questions and things. What is the source of my anger? Do I need something to do about what is triggering me or angering me? And statements like, I will remain calm and breathe deeply. I will allow oxygen to flow deeply in my body to think clearly. I will not take this situation personally. I will slow down in my thoughts and gain self-control. Statements like these and repeating these statements also help you build a muscle in your mind to not take anger personally and build on it. Third, take a time out. Walk away for some time from the situation that is triggering you, gain control and composure, and cool off. Fourth, implement relaxation skills. Examples could be deep breathing, imagining a special vacation place and concentrating on its beauty, building a scene in your head, repeating a calming word that you choose like a mantra, listening to music, writing your thoughts in a journal. These are some brilliant techniques and ideas to channel your anger in a better way. Fifth, get some exercise in. Physical activity is a powerful outlet to let your anger out of your system. Six, examine solutions regarding what caused your anger. Instead of focusing on the problem and getting further agitated and angry, focus on the solutions. Seventh, accept responsibility for managing yourself by responding to anger in a healthy way. Yes, it is absolutely 100% your responsibility of how you react when a trigger presents itself. Instead of being angry and agitated, think that how can you explain the situation in a more respectful way? How others might feel about this particular situation? What do you want as a solution now? Is it reasonable, or do you think there is some sort of a compromise that you can come to? Can you deal with being respectful to yourself and others involved? And lastly, just reach out to someone you trust and talk it out. That is it for today. Please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share the video in your groups to help me reach a wider audience with these free learning videos. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support.